Most SUV buyers see a low price and assume they found a bargain. Sometimes, that discount is a warning about what happens after the warranty ends. Today, we are counting down 5 overbuilt SUVs from the 2010s that modern mechanics still respect. We will examine engine design, frame strength, transmission durability, cooling systems, known failure points, and ownership costs. The research uses CarEdge, HETSA records, manufacturer service information, and high-mileage owner reports because the right model year can separate a durable bargain from a retirement disaster. Let's get into it. Number 5. Nissan Xterra 2010 TO 2015. The Nissan Xterra is not luxurious, quiet, or especially refined. That is exactly why it belongs on this list. The second-generation Xterra ran from 2005 to 2015, but the 2010 to 2015 models offer the best fit for this video. Under the hood is Nissan's 4.0-liter V6, known as the VQ40DE. In the Xterra, it produced approximately 261 horsepower and gave the SUV enough torque for towing, trails, and daily driving. It is a naturally aspirated engine, which means there is no turbocharger creating additional heat and pressure inside the system. The Xterra was built on a truck-based platform instead of a soft crossover chassis. It has a proper frame, available four-wheel drive, a low-range transfer case, and useful ground clearance. That design allows it to handle rough roads and heavy use better than many newer SUVs designed mainly for pavement. Mechanics like the Xterra because the basic layout is easy to understand. There is no hybrid battery pack, no complicated air suspension, and no tiny turbocharged engine trying to move a heavy vehicle. That simplicity does not make the Xterra indestructible, but it gives the owner fewer expensive systems to worry about. There are still several issues to inspect before buying one. Timing chain noise can point to worn guides or tensioners, and the cooling system needs careful attention on neglected vehicles. Rust is also a serious concern, especially underneath examples that spent their lives in areas where road salt is common. The automatic transmission needs clean fluid and proper service. Four-wheel drive components should engage without grinding, hesitation, or unusual noise. A seller claiming the vehicle is indestructible does not replace a professional inspection. The Xterra also makes sense because the interior is simple and the parts supply is strong. The drivetrain is familiar to independent mechanics, and the vehicle can tolerate hard use better than many newer SUVs with delicate electronics. For an older driver who wants a compact SUV with real clearance and straightforward controls, it is a very honest machine. The Xterra is not the most comfortable SUV here, and it is certainly not the most fuel efficient. However, a well-maintained later example can remain useful long after more sophisticated vehicles begin demanding expensive repairs. Avoid rust, verify the timing chain condition, and buy the cleanest example available. Number 4. Toyota Sequoia 2010 TO 2019. The Toyota Sequoia is what happens when an automaker builds a large family SUV around a full-size truck platform. The second-generation Sequoia ran from 2008 to 2022, but the 2010 to 2019 models fit the focus of this video. Most of these SUVs use Toyota's 5.7-liter V8, known as the 3UR-FE. In the Sequoia, that engine produced approximately 381 horsepower and more than 400 pound-feet of torque. That is a lot of engine for a family SUV, which is part of the reason the drivetrain does not feel constantly strained. The engine has enough displacement to move the vehicle without relying on extreme boost pressure. The Sequoia uses a body-on-frame design, a strong automatic transmission, and a substantial cooling system. It was built to carry people, tow equipment, and handle heavy use for long periods. That mechanical margin matters when the vehicle begins accumulating high mileage. A smaller turbocharged engine may produce similar power, but it often does so under greater heat and pressure. The 3UR-FE is not a simple engine in the same way as an older V6, but its basic architecture is robust. It was designed for large trucks and SUVs, not just short-term lease cycles. The biggest warning with the Sequoia is ownership cost. Fuel economy is poor compared with newer hybrid SUVs, tires are expensive, and suspension components cost more than those used on smaller crossovers. A neglected four-wheel drive system can also create a serious repair bill. The cooling system and timing components still need attention. The frame must be inspected for rust, and oil leaks should never be dismissed as normal for an older Toyota. Neglected transmission service, worn suspension parts, and electrical problems can quickly turn a durable Sequoia into an expensive project. A clean Sequoia with documented maintenance is extremely difficult to dismiss. The seating position is high, the doors are large, and the ride is comfortable enough for long highway trips. The V8 also provides effortless acceleration without sounding strained. This is not a small, efficient runabout. It is a full-size SUV, built around a strong platform and a large engine. A properly maintained example can easily become a 15-year vehicle, and some will go much longer. Number 3. Toyota 4Runner 2010 to 2019. The Toyota 4Runner is one of the clearest examples of an SUV that stayed mechanically conservative, while the rest of the industry became more complicated. The fifth generation began with the 2010 model year and continued through 2024. This video focuses on the 2010 to 2019 models. Most versions use Toyota's 4.0-liter 1GR-FE V6, producing approximately 270 horsepower. That engine is not revolutionary, but it does not need to be. Its reputation comes from a proven design, predictable maintenance, and the ability to continue working under demanding conditions. The 4Runner uses a truck-based platform, a conventional automatic transmission, and a body-on-frame design. There is no tiny turbocharged engine trying to move a heavy vehicle, and standard models do not depend on complicated air suspension. The result is a vehicle that may feel old-fashioned, but remains extremely predictable to own. The weaknesses are mostly related to age and neglect. The frame must be inspected carefully for rust. Suspension components eventually wear, and the water pump will eventually need replacement. The automatic transmission still benefits from proper fluid service, even if previous owners ignored it. Fuel economy is not impressive, and the cabin is louder than many modern crossovers. The ride can also feel firm, especially on rough roads. Those are not signs that the 4Runner is poorly engineered, because Toyota prioritized durability, ground clearance, and off-road strength over maximum comfort. For older drivers, the 4Runner offers an upright driving position and strong visibility. The controls are relatively straightforward, and parts are easy to find because so many mechanics understand the platform. That makes repairs less intimidating than they can be on newer luxury SUVs. The smartest purchase is usually a vehicle with fewer modifications. Avoid heavily lifted examples with oversized tires and questionable wiring, because those modifications can create problems that the original vehicle never had. Also avoid vehicles that spent their lives in deep mud without proper cleaning and service. A stock or lightly modified 4Runner with complete records is a different vehicle from a neglected off-road project. No honest mechanic can promise that any SUV will reach 500,000 miles. However, the 4Runner gives an owner a realistic path toward extremely high mileage without redesigning the entire vehicle every few years. We are halfway through, and now it gets interesting. The first 3 SUVs covered simple truck-based toughness, full-size durability, and one of the most proven V6 platforms in the market. Number 2 adds luxury, without abandoning serious mechanical hardware, and number 1 was built for markets where a breakdown is more than an inconvenience. Number 2, Lexus GX 460 2010 TO 2019. The Lexus GX 460 is one of the best examples of mechanical overbuilding, disguised as a luxury SUV. The GX 460 generation ran from 2010 to 2023, but the 2010 to 2019 models are the focus here. Underneath the leather, quiet cabin, and premium badge is a serious body on-frame platform. The engine is a 4.6-liter V8, known as the 1UR-FE, producing approximately 301 horsepower. It uses a conventional automatic transmission, full-time four-wheel drive, and a chassis designed for serious off-road work. That combination creates a luxury SUV with far more mechanical strength than its quiet interior suggests. The V8 is smooth and relatively unstressed. It does not need to operate at extreme boost pressure to move the vehicle, and the drivetrain is designed to handle heat, weight, and difficult terrain. This is why mechanics often recommend the GX to buyers who want a premium SUV without choosing a fragile powertrain. However, The GX is not inexpensive to maintain. The timing system, cooling components, suspension, and four-wheel drive hardware all need to be inspected carefully. Some models use adjustable suspension systems that can become expensive when neglected, and rust remains a concern underneath vehicles from snowy regions. The luxury equipment adds another layer of potential expense. Electronics, climate control components, and interior features can fail with age even when the engine remains healthy. That is not a knock on the GX460, but it is the difference between powertrain durability and total ownership cost. The best GX is not necessarily the cheapest one. It is the vehicle with a clean service history, limited corrosion, functioning four-wheel drive components, and proof that the previous owner did not postpone major maintenance. A lower purchase price means very little if the vehicle immediately needs suspension, cooling, and drivetrain work. For older drivers, the GX has several advantages. The seating position is high, the cabin is quiet, and the ride is comfortable enough for long trips. It also provides something most modern luxury SUVs cannot guarantee, which is a durable chassis underneath the luxury features. The GX460 is not the most economical choice. It is the choice for someone who wants comfort and luxury without giving up serious mechanical strength. Buy the condition and service history, not simply the Lexus badge. Number 1. Toyota Land Cruiser 200-210 TO 2019. The Toyota Land Cruiser 200 is number 1 because it was engineered for environments where a breakdown is more than an inconvenience. The 200 series was sold in the United States from 2008 to 2021, but this list focuses on the 2010 to 2019 models. These SUVs use Toyota's 5.7-liter 3UR FE V8. That engine produced approximately 381 horsepower and 401 pound-feet of torque. But the horsepower number is not the reason this SUV earned its reputation. The Land Cruiser was built around durability, cooling capacity, four-wheel drive strength, and long-term serviceability. Its frame is substantial, its drivetrain is designed for heavy use, and its suspension is engineered to handle rough terrain and high temperatures. This is not an SUV built only for commuting to a shopping center. It was designed to keep moving when the road becomes difficult and repair facilities become scarce. The 200 series Land Cruiser has a reputation for running hundreds of thousands of miles when maintained properly. In other markets, similar platforms are used by government agencies, expedition companies, mining operations, and remote area drivers. Those buyers are not choosing a vehicle because of a clever advertisement, because they are choosing the vehicle most likely to keep moving. The biggest weakness is the price. Even older Land Cruisers can remain expensive because demand is strong and the platform has a loyal following. Fuel economy is poor, tires and brakes are expensive, and neglected suspension or four-wheel drive components can cost thousands to repair. A pre-purchase inspection is essential. Check the frame, cooling system, transmission behavior, suspension, steering, and four-wheel drive system before buying. Confirm that oil changes and fluid services were performed on schedule. A cheap Land Cruiser is not automatically a smart Land Cruiser. However, a well-maintained example gives the owner a level of mechanical confidence that very few modern SUVs can match. The high purchase price can make more sense when the vehicle remains useful long after ordinary SUVs have lost most of their value. And here is the scary part. Many buyers see the price and assume the vehicle is simply overpriced, but that is not always the complete story. The market is also recognizing that these SUVs were built with enough mechanical margin to remain valuable long after newer vehicles become expensive to repair. The Land Cruiser 200 is not perfect. It is heavy, thirsty, and expensive to repair when neglected, but its core design is exceptionally strong, and that is why it takes number 1. The real lesson is not that every SUV from the 2010s is better than every new SUV. That would be impossible to defend because newer vehicles offer better safety technology, improved efficiency, and more comfortable interiors. The real lesson is that durability often comes from design choices that manufacturers have gradually moved away from. Naturally aspirated engines, strong cooling systems, conventional transmissions, body-on-frame construction, and conservative power output create a larger margin for long-term ownership. The Nissan Xterra offers simple truck-based toughness, while the Sequoia delivers full-size strength and towing ability. The 4Runner combines an uncomplicated V6 with an extremely proven platform. The Lexus GX adds luxury without abandoning serious off-road hardware. The Land Cruiser 200 remains the most overbuilt SUV on this list, but maintenance still decides the final outcome. Inspect the frame, check the cooling system, review the service history, and avoid vehicles with questionable modifications. The best SUV is not always the newest one. It is the one with enough mechanical margin to handle years of use without turning every repair into a financial emergency. That is the difference between buying a discount and buying long-term value. Drop your SUV and current mileage in the comments. Let's see which one is still running strong after 200, 300, or even 400,000 miles. And if you are looking for vehicles that deliver long-term value instead of expensive surprises, hit subscribe, because we break down reliability, ownership costs, and real-world vehicle data every week.